Peace to the guys and nerves. King Rod tapping in. How y'all doing, man? It's been a minute. Just tapping in on behalf of the Sacred Tree, Stardust Jewelry. We just, wanted to give y'all some quick updates and announcements just to let you know what's coming up soon. What projects we got coming through the pipes. First thing I want to just let y'all know is that we're going to start doing lives. So pretty much whatever pieces we're working on, whatever things that's going to be dropping like new creations, we're going to do lives to give our people that really rock with us a VIP type of situation where they can get first dibs, lay their eyes on the pieces that they might like, you know what I'm saying, and go ahead and secure your piece before it even goes on the website, you feel me? So we'll let you know and keep you posted about that. We do have a sale going on right now all the way until the end of November, so take advantage, you know what I'm saying? We're introducing ourselves to a lot of new people. A lot of people are gravitating to the site, so we just want y'all to make yourselves at home, get comfortable, you know what I'm saying, see what it is we do, you know what I'm saying. If it resonates with you, you know what I mean, join the tribe, you know what I'm saying. It's a soul family of people that's awakening on the same journey, you know what I'm saying. We all going in the same direction, you know what I mean. So each one teach one, you feel me? So those are the announcements. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and call this video Crystal Magic 101, just so we can take a little deeper dive into, Stardust Jewelry and the premise, what it is that we, that we profess and what we believe, you know what I mean. It's a way of life, you know what I mean. This crystal magic, from just getting to the basics, the minerals, the crystals. I always say this is crystallized light. When we're talking light, we're also talking about sound. So when we're talking about sound, we're talking about resonance. So you always have to mix light, sound, and then that's how you get resonance. So it's always light. When you see these things glistening and you see things that shiny, you know what I'm saying, it has the light in it. But at the same time, there's a story behind it. You know what I'm saying? And every diamond that you see, every crystal that you may see, every stone from opal to lapis lazuli, they all have like ancient ties to a mythology, to an era, you know what I'm saying? A time frame, a people, a culture. Like all of these have connections and it all has resonance. And even when you go back in ancient times, you will understand that crystals is part of technology. Like this is a real technology. It's not about spookism and thinking that, you know what I'm saying, we just talking the things out of this, pulling things out of the sky. This is real technology as well. See, where they confuse us at is when they separated spirituality from science. They go hand in hand. It's like the two-headed snake. You need both, you know what I'm saying? It's the yin and the yang in order to get a divine understanding on what it is that we do here. When you talk about crystals, you also talk about the Christ energy. You see what I'm saying? So we're not only going into the ancient times where you can see lapis lazuli on King Tut's tomb. In his tomb, he has precious stones and metals like gold, you know what I'm saying, and the lapis lazuli on his throne, stuff like that. So that just goes to show you that lapis lazuli, they was rocking that back in those times. So they saw a spiritual significance to it. And then, you know what I'm saying, you can also see as far as Christ figures, when you bring in the Christ energy, there's not so much the person, the Jesus Christ that we know, that we've been raised to see as the one, you know what I'm saying? But not only seeing that, but putting it, you have to put that on and be it. It's like, it's not a matter of believing it, it's a matter of being it, you know what I'm saying? Of trying to achieve that type of greatness. And nobody can say that they're the only chosen one. We're all chosen ones, you see what I'm saying? And it's an energy to be shared, and it's an awakening process. So Jesus Christ was a part of that process. All of the prophets that you can possibly think of that was about the liberation of the people, that's Christ's figure, that's Christ's energy. And like I said, these crystals have that communication. It's all connected, you know what I'm saying? So just as far as the energy of Christ, Like the Christ energy is a light frequency. We're talking about being light. You know what I'm saying? Love thy neighbor. Treat them as you would want them to treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like these type of principles is pretty much like home training, basic training that we should just all know at this point. But as you can see, as more separate ideas coming into the play field, it's just like don't nobody even have common courtesy no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like back to square one. But when you tap into these type of frequencies, it keeps you on the straight and narrow. It keeps you on knowing what you're here to do, as far as being in touch with your ancestors, being in touch with the ancient old ones, the ones that was pre like religion in the political spectrum. You see what I'm saying? Because once religion became politics, that's when the spirituality kind of got tossed to the side. You feel me? So we're trying to bring the spirituality back, and not only show you that there's a science to it. Like it's not just being spiritual to where you're just praying and worshiping. It's really about interacting with your ancestors, understanding that they didn't die, that they're alive in you. You know what I'm saying? And that every day you live is like you trace your ancestry back millions of years ago. You living for them. You see what I'm saying? One life, one love, right? So it's just like when you understand the responsibility of that, you want to always keep your ancestors in mind and revere them and thank them and keep a communication going, because they're in your cells, they're in your DNA, and that DNA ties into the crystal technology, the frequency. When we had crystalline cities, when in the ancient times they said that there was a quartz capstone on the pyramid. These things are coincidences. You know what I'm saying? Like the crystal energy is a real technology. They use it in your phones now, and in the TV. It's like satellites. All of that shit is crystal technology. You know what I'm saying? But they just spoon feed it to us as if like, ooh, it's the new wave. And like, nah, in ancient times they've been done that to its supremacy. And if anything, the people that's doing this now, they just reverse engineering from what they know from that. You see what I'm saying? And that's how they give us technology. You see, they spoon feed it. But if you really go back, like they was already dealing with crystal technology and they knew all its capabilities. You see what I'm saying? And we just scratching the surface on it. But it's all right, because as long as we start tapping in, that's all it takes. So let me just give you a few basics as far as like when it comes to crystal magic. I think the easiest way to look at it is the color spectrum, right? You have stones that range from red all the way to purple, just like the rainbow, and each stone is good to try to align it to a chakra. You know what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with the root chakra, you're dealing with carnelian. You know what I'm saying? A red stone or a red jasper. Solar plexus, you're dealing with, I mean, carnelian can go for that, or citrine. You see what I'm saying? Things of the orange or yellow hue for the sacral, you know what I'm saying? Chakra. Yeah, it just, and so like the lapis lazuli coincides or aligns with the throat chakra. You see what I'm saying? That aligns with water. And then it's like you have to connect these dots. And you also can add your zodiac sign into the mix. If you're a water sign, 9 times out of 10, Yin and Ya is an energy that you can work with, because she's the mother of water. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be able to tap into these energies, not only the elements, the ancestry, the deities, because all of that is on the table right now. Like, why not? You're the gods of your own destiny, the gods and goddesses of your own destiny. And you really have the power in your hands to heal thyself, to know thyself, to love thyself. Because ain't nobody else gonna do it like you do it for yourself. But you have to learn how to be still. Learn how to listen to your body, listen to your heart and mind, and balance everything out. You know what I'm saying? The world can get kind of noisy, very noisy, matter of fact. And it's like, you gotta meditate, you gotta tap in, you gotta slow down, because that's when you can make wise decisions. When you're on a rush and off balance, you don't make wise decisions like that. So that's where the talismans comes in at, right? So the stones not only tie into your chakras, it ties into the elemental forces. Let me give you an example. This stone right here, this is one of my favorites. This is one of Rod's picks. It'll probably be up on the site soon. But it's fire quartz. And what fire quartz does, it's pretty much air mixed with fire. You see what I'm saying? It's air mixed with fire. And on one of my other videos, I spoke about Obatala and Shango, and how you can go from how the air can stoke the fire, you know what I'm saying? And how water is necessary as well to sometimes temper the fire. But how those elements play on each other as far as our emotions, you know what I'm saying? As far as like willpower, because fire is about willpower too. It's like it's a thing that you can use for fuel, or you know what I'm saying, you can burn a house down with it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you really have to temperature gauge and know your middle point, and you have to do a lot of shadow work in order to understand that as well. So pretty much just to tie this thing up, right? Let me see what else I had. Okay, so Dave, let's say you're a Libra, like myself, my birthday coming up. So let's just say that you're an air sign, right? And let's say you haven't been having the energy to go to the gym, and you need the willpower, some self-motivation. You will get you some carnelian, and what you would do is you would charge it with the incentives that you would want, as far as like you wanting to go to the gym. That willpower, that talisman is going to always be there to remind you, like, put me on and let's get to work. You see what I'm saying? So it's a positive affirmation at its basic form. You see what I'm saying? And then once you really start getting elemental and spiritual and tying the ancestors into it, then you'll get to see the true power. You see what I'm saying? So long story short, it's really just about tapping into these ancient precious metals and precious minerals that are crystals. You see what I'm saying? Because when they're talking about revelations, that means something is being revealed. And all of the history that has been buried, that's the great reveal. Those things are going to start coming out, and it's going to start seeing, you're going to start seeing how much has been hidden from us and how much we really don't know. You see what I'm saying? And the Akashic records are real. When they talk about the emerald tablets of Tahuti, like they're talking about emerald. You see what I'm saying? That's a crystal. You see what I'm saying? Like, think about Superman and Krypton. We're talking about, these are minerals of the gods. Like these things go back. Some of them, so many years. You see what I'm saying? So we really got to start tapping in, getting on the frequency. Like, another piece I wanted to showcase too was this is the Yemiya of lapis lazuli. Yemiya of lapis lazuli. And just to give you a more understanding of what I'm saying, as you can see, she has silver, white, and blue. Yemiya is associated with the water, which is associated with the moon. That's why the silver is there. You see what I'm saying? So she's a water deity who's the mother of earth. You know what I'm saying? Because earth was all water once. You see what I'm saying? So we always have to go to the origin and pay homage to the origin. So that's Big Mama. You see what I'm saying? If it ain't for water, nothing will survive, period. So we always have to honor that as an elemental force, as Big Mama, as it's deified, and on every level. You know what I'm saying? It is no getting away from that. That's life. You know what I mean? So it's like we honor Yemiya as far as her being Big Mama. You know what I'm saying? And giving us that life. And when you need like a mother figure, or that, you know, that unconditional love that only mamas give, when you need that, this is a good talisman for you. When you need that unconditional love for self-love and self-affirmation, you know what I'm saying? This is going to help you get through, as far as not being so hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And letting you nurture yourself back to being in a good space, in a good mental space, in a good emotional space. You feel me? So in order for us to be warriors, we have to heal past traumas. You understand? That's pretty much how this thing works. So we're in the business of healing our people. And not only that, showing them that you can heal yourself. It's really all up in here, and it's in here, yo. Like, it really is, and it's in your hands as well. We have these superpowers that we be too quick to leave it in other people's hands when we don't even tap in and try to see for ourselves. You know what I mean? Try to draw your own conclusions, and then when you run into a brick wall, then you go holler at who you feel is the expert. You see what I'm saying? But you'll be surprised what answers you get by just tapping into self and tapping into spirit. Another piece that's a favorite of mine right now is this. This is Tahuti of Labradorite. And Labradorite is a dope stone if you can kind of see how it reflects the light from different angles. But when you're talking about the moon, you're talking about mystery. And Tahuti is a moon deity. You know what I mean? A lot of the things that are done in the dark is for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's why it's power and secret. You see what I'm saying? So the moon is shrouded in mystery, the night. You know what I mean? Most animals hunt at night. You feel me? So it's like, we be sleep at night, so we don't understand the intricacies of the balance between light and dark. We just feel light is right, and that's just what it is, without appreciating the shadow or appreciating the dark for what it is as well. We just think the dark is about just putting the skeletons in the closet and just leaving them there, but we got to understand that balance. So the moon is very important, just like the sun. And I like to tap into both, because when you tap into the sun, that's when you need to be up and you ready to hit the gym and you lively and you tapping into that fire. That's that fire quartz. You feel me? But then when it's time to like reflect, when you want to have some quiet, still time where you quiet the mind and in your heart, and you take in deep breaths, you tap into this lapis lazuli, this yemia energy, or you tap into this labradorite energy. It's a slow and steady type of flow when you wear these type of pieces, you feel me? And you need both, because sometimes you need that get up and go, that hustle, that go get it. You know what I mean? We all hustling, we all got to do that. So I got a piece for that as far as my carnelian or segment piece, and my segment of carnelian piece, and we need that as well. So, and that's red. Like I said, that deals with your root chakra. This deals with more communication, talking to your ancestors, listening to your inner voice. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to listen to your inner voice too, because sometimes you got the answer and you go looking for it from somebody else. A lot of the times you be having the answer and you just be talking to other people to get confirmation so they can validate your answer, but you be knowing. And people, y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the soul just knows, and then it just needs somebody to reflect that energy. Then you be like, all right, I get it. We all do it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, just a brief little description of Stardust jewelry. I'm gonna do more of these. Like I said, at least once a month, we're gonna try to start going live. You know what I mean? You're gonna see me in front of the camera more, rocking a new piece, some latest design from the queen. She works very hard and, you know, and very thorough. She's very intricate, detail oriented. I always gotta tip my hat off to my queen, because none of this would be possible without her. You know what I'm saying? She got the Midas touch. Like, her superpower is her hands. I always tell her that. You feel me? She definitely can heal people with her hands. Like, and she does makeup, hair, you know what I'm saying? Anything with the hands. She knows how to paint. Like, she helps me with my paintings. Like, so we're very hands-on with our spirituality and our artistic expression. You feel me? Because I feel like the most revolutionary thing you can do is create art. Something that can withstand the test of time, you know? And that's what we're doing here. And we want our people to be a part of it. We want y'all to see that we all have something special to give the world. And the jewelry is just a piece, just a token, you know what I'm saying, of what you can tap into. You feel me? Because you're going to feel something. You're going to see things changing in your environment once you start rocking your talisman and you start becoming the gods and goddesses that we are. you're gonna start really tapping in. Like this one right here, this moon energy is different. And mind you, I'm fire. Like I'm a child of the sun. So it's kind of like I'm crossing the bridge to come over here to the moon side and really see what it's about. And I like it over here, man. It's helping you tap into that feminine side. You feel me? And most men, that especially alpha men, I need to tap into that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Soften up a little bit. I'll be the first to tell you, like, you feel me? But it does, especially since I had my daughter, it does help you get more into that zone of understanding where the female perspective is coming from, the female principle, you feel me? It balances you out, bro. Sometimes that's what you need, you know what I mean? It ain't always about being rah-rah all the time, you know what I mean? So the older you get, the wiser you should get, you know what I mean? And it's all about application, you know what I'm saying? I don't just talk about my spirituality. You're gonna see it in the way I walk, you know what I mean? The way I carry myself, my behavior. And I'm gonna always let you know what I'm about. Like, I'm about my ancestors. I'm about love, spreading it, spreading life, you know what I mean? And that's just what we about, man. So, peace and love and light to the soul tribe, tapping out. Talk to y'all soon, man. Peace.